Hi everyone. So one of the main questions that you, our clients, have about trip and fall, slip and fall, or other premises liability cases are the following. Number one, how soon should I get my medical care? Well, the answer to this one is pretty straightforward. You should do it as soon as possible. You shouldn't wait. If you wait, then the insurance company is usually going to say, well, a reasonable person would have gotten medical care immediately if they were truly hurt. So if you waited a week or two, it must mean you weren't hurt. And then it decreases the value of your case. Number two, people ask, how can I treat? And this actually gets a little bit intricate, right? Because with a car accident, you have that $50,000 in New York of PIP, and you could treat like health insurance. But with premises cases, you really can't. Sometimes you do have med pay under the insurance policy for the property, and you could get $5,000 or $10,000 in med pay, but that's pretty rare. So for the most part, you just have to treat using your health insurance. Now, if you don't have health insurance, you could do a lien, which means that you just get treatment for free. The doctor will treat you for free. And then at the end of the case, when you get your settlement, you'll have to pay back the doctor for his or her services out of your settlement. That's called a lien, L-I-E-N, lien. So that's something you could do, or health insurance, or sometimes it's workers' comp. Like if you had a work accident at a property, you can go under your workers' comp and they'll allow you to pay for all your medical treatment under comp. So that's another option. And then the third question that clients ask is, where should I go? Well, that's where we can help, right? So just turn to us. We can look at your symptoms. We can look at your medical records to date, and we could help coordinate that care to make sure you go to the right specialists. Most people need to get an MRI done unless they have, if you have a broken bone, obviously that's going to be diagnosed in a hospital or by x-ray. If you don't have a broken bone, then an MRI will show the soft tissues in the neck, in the lower back, in the knees, in the shoulders, whatever part of the body is injured. And then the result of that, if it shows a tear, for example, in the knee, you might need to see an arthroscopic surgeon or orthopedic surgeon specialist. And if you have a back injury, you could maybe see a pain management. They do different types of injections. There's surgeries that they can do if needed. So it just really has to be developed on a case-by-case individual basis because it's very fact-specific. And then the other question is, how do I get treatment during COVID-19, during the pandemic? And that's a very important question. Well, you can still go to your doctor, wearing a mask. They have a lot of safety protocols where they'll text you and make sure you're the only one in the office. There's telemedicine where you can get medicine like physical therapy done by Zoom or video. There's things like people keep diaries at home of them doing their physical therapy. And there's just physical therapy at home during the pandemic. And then the fifth question people ask is, who will pay, right? Who's going to pay for my medical care? And those are some of the things we looked at before. Liens, you can do a lien where the doctor will treat you for free. It's also known as a letter of protection because you're protecting that doctor. That doctor is doing you a favor because he or she is saying, I'm just going to give you the care, whatever you need. I'm going to spend money. I'm going to give you all my services for free, but I need that letter of protection. So when your case settles and you get your settlement, I don't want to be left in the dark. I want to get some compensation because I'm doing this, giving you my medical care and possibly even spending money because I'm giving like testing, and testing is very often very expensive. Like an MRI costs more than $1,000. So that's a really big benefit. And then number two is health insurance. If you have any kind of health insurance, you can use that. And number three is usually workers' comp. So those are the different options for payment, unless there is a med pay. Sometimes there's a med pay with, like we were talking about earlier, but it's rare. And that answers the question, the sixth question actually, will the defendant cover my medical bills? And if there's med pay, then they will. But if there's no med pay, then obviously we have to use one of the other methods. And then the final question is, how long do I have to treat? Usually, it really depends. If you have something serious, usually people get physical therapy for like 3 months, 5 months, 6 months. You see a specialist, you could see them, once a month, once every 2 months, whatever the doctor recommends. We usually don't like to tell clients how long to treat. We kind of let the course of medical need, like you just run its course, whatever the doctors recommend, whatever your body tells you, right? Because if your pain goes away completely, you could stop treating. But if the pain is still there and you feel like you need medical help, get it, absolutely. So it also kind of answers the question, how long should I stay out of work, right? If you feel like you can go back to work and you're feeling better, by all means do so. But if you feel like you just can't because of the injury, of course, stay home. So, and that's a decision also that every client has to make with their doctor. So I hope this has been helpful answering some of the FAQs on premises cases, and we look forward to providing more valuable content and giving you the education you need so we could be your guide and give you the knowledge so you could be a knowledgeable client and understand your rights. And ultimately, our goal is to get you justice. And our mission here is helping serious injury victims and their families. Have a great day. Bye-bye.